I want to thank you for joining me on this, what is commonly referred to as the Silent Saturday of Passion Week. And the reason it's referred to in that way is because God is speaking mightily on the day prior, Crucifixion Day. God is speaking in the elements, the darkness, the earthquake, the tearing of the curtain in the temple. And so he's speaking mightily on Friday. And then Sunday, Resurrection Day, God speaks in a mighty way. Meanwhile, Saturday, Jesus is in the tomb, and there is this silence that has fallen upon the earth. And I think it's important. We skip over Saturday. When we think about Passion Week, we think about Friday and Sunday, but we don't think much about Saturday. We don't think much about that Sabbath when Jesus was in the tomb. But, the majority of our lives, we live in that intermediate period. Life is not always a series of conflict and followed by immediate exaltation or deliverance from evil. A lot of times we're just in that in-between point where something traumatic has happened and we're waiting for God's intervention. And we are resting on the promises of God and patiently awaiting our deliverance. But in those times, it seems like the silence can be deafening when we are waiting on God to come through for us. But I wanted to offer a quick devotional. This is not going to be a long one today, from Psalm 16, which is quoted again in the New Testament. It has messianic implications. Peter refers to it on his great sermon on the day of Pentecost. Psalm 16, verse 8 says, "I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad and my glory rejoices. My flesh also will rest in hope. For you will not leave my soul in Sheol, nor will you allow your Holy One to see corruption. You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." I want to just focus in on that one verse, verse 10. "For you will not leave my soul in Sheol, nor will you allow your Holy One to see corruption." Now, David was prophesying, and it's actually the Messiah speaking in first person. The Messiah is confident that his soul will not be left in the grave, that the tomb is only temporary. Now, one of my favorite expressions in the Bible is "it came to pass." There's been songs written about it. It didn't come to stay, it came to pass. The trials of your life will not last forever. And in the intermediate period when we're waiting on God, let's express the same confidence that David expressed and that the Messiah ultimately expressed. Yes, Friday was traumatic, and Saturday, the silence almost seems deafening, but Sunday is just around the corner. And for those of you who are in a trial, those of you who are waiting on God, take comfort in this, that the Lord has promised you that he will never leave you. He will never forsake you, that he would be with you always, even to the end of the world. Friday's past, Saturday's here, but Sunday's coming. I look forward to sharing the Easter message with you tomorrow. God bless.